Hey everybody, welcome back to another lighthearted look at what is today's segment there?
I don't know. We haven't.
Segment is
I'm not sure what that is, but
Look at the video before. It's all about communication. Figure it out. It's code, damn it. It's code.
you said you wanted to talk about some type of massage therapy.
Watsu. Have you
Right.
ever had the Watsu experience? So we're gonna definitely shenanigans. I mean, my mind is, Watsu. My friend was telling me about Watsu treatment. I got like this Watsu treatment in the water, where it's like a stretching and a therapy, and you get worked on, and really cool. But then my mind started thinking, Watsu, and then you crack Su and Baisu, Geisu. It all sounded everything sounded very Asian-like, but with many twists. You figure it out, I'm sure.
Speaking of Watsu,
Is that a meal?
I don't have no clue.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
So speaking of Watsu, anyway, so a couple years ago, I was drinking at this bar, and I decided to take the bus home a couple years ago, right? So that might not really seem like a big deal, but I've never driven a bus before.
Driven.
Yeah, driven. Took the bus. And
Oh, you
drove
took
it.
the bus. You didn't
Want
ride
me
the
to-
bus. You didn't. You rode the bus. You didn't.
Let me explain this to you really, really slow, okay? Yeah. Anyway,
English, second language.
Anyway, so how's everybody doing? Obviously, you can't answer back because this is like a one-way thing. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm really tired of people texting and driving. So the next person that I see texting as they drive, I'm gonna roll down my window and throw my beer at them. That's it. I've had it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that serves them right.
That's darn straight.
Yeah, but if they go, hey, thanks, I really needed this.
That's right.
You're like, damn it.
That's right.
So the message here is, don't throw your beer. Throw an empty.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure it's. But I always told my daughter
The one
this
you
about.
pee in.
Yeah, right. I always tell my daughter this. I said, listen, Brittany, it's very important. Never drink and drive. Okay, this is very, very important, boys and girls. Never drink and drive. And you know why?
Don't do it.
You know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because you might spill it, and that's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, you don't want to spill your drink.
No, you don't.
Don't
not
do
a
it.
chance.
That's the PSA for today.
Yeah, that's right.
Public service announcement.
That's right.
No drinking and driving because you don't want to spill that valuable beverage.
Right.
Brought to you by the makers of.
There you go. Speaking of that therapy you were talking about, Watsu therapy, or is that what it's
Watsu.
called? Watsu.
Watsu.
Yeah. So, did you get your taxes
Good
done
shit.
yet?
Yes,
You did?
I did. I got them out.
Okay,
And
well,
again, technology, holy shit. The IRS couldn't save their flippin' frickin' ass if it was handed to them.
I love the IRS, by the way. As they're watching this show and they're writing down our names, I love the IRS.
My name's not on there. Fuck them.
So anyway, people that cheat on their taxes, man, that really pisses me off. You know what? Because this is not a world that I want to raise my 27 dependents in. You know what I mean? It's just not.
Am I one of those?
You are. No, you're not. No, they're watching. No.
For the last 5 years. And now I've finally grown up. I can pay my own taxes. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
There you go.
No, but seriously, technology, man. Sometimes these government agencies and even CERN, even the travel industry is really beginning to suck in the basics of communication. Like they hide their phone number, like in the smallest formats somewhere, or you got to look it up online in a different place. It is amazing how they did not want to be reached. An email just does not do it when you need an answer now.
There you go. Speaking
So-
of Watsu therapy, sorry, I had to just throw this
No,
in
by
there.
all means. Do you need some work?
I do not. No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay,
So
you don't know
this
what
is very
you're
important.
missing.
This is very important. So if your
What's
girlfriend is out sleeping with other dudes, while you're at home, in bed, with your wife, you don't need her.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's a problem.
That's right.
That's what you call a lack of communication and respect for each other, you know?
That's right. A friend of mine yesterday goes,
Unless your wife is okay with it.
right. Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, you know, if your girlfriend's okay, you know, look, there's all kinds of ways to love. All right? As long as it's consensual. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
If it's consensual, knock yourself out. You do whatever Watsu you want.
There
I
you
love
go.
how we're throwing the Watsu in there all the
There.
time.
Yeah,
Watsu?
speaking of Watsu, so you know, my wife and I decided we didn't want kids, so we're going to tell them tonight.
Yeah, after 27 years, you're
Yeah,
like, you know, we no longer
27.
want you.
Yeah, you're out of here, buddy.
Yeah, out of here. Strike 3.
That's right.
By the way, speaking of strikes, we had such a good time playing kickball the other day. A couple weeks ago, we played kickball. Oh, man, that was such a hoot. I don't know if you've played kickball in a long time. I don't know if you ever played it.
Yes.
You have. You remember that, right? I
Yeah,
don't know
of
if
course.
I don't even know if kids
Nowadays do it.
I don't even know if they know what the fuck that is. You know, but we played with 2 different size balls, so it could, you know, you were like pitching different size balls to people and, you know, just throw them off their game. Fantastic. But when you get some really nice Oompa air balls, man,
It's pretty cool, huh?
fantastic,
You know,
man.
speaking of playing kickball
And Watsu?
and Watsu, you know, I picked up this hitchhiker last night on my way home from work.
Oh,
you know?
really?
Yeah, and the guy was a little bit surprised, you know, and he goes,
I am.
well, I appreciate it, but how
Really?
come you picked me up, man? You know, how do you know that I'm not a serial killer? I said, look, the chances of 2 serial killers in one car would be astronomical.
Yeah, you know, I just know like for like. I saw
right.
you coming a mile away. I go, hey, he's like one of me. How you doing? Don't worry about the machete there. That's just for safety measures. What you doing?
What you doing?
Watsuing?
There you go.
What you suing about?
So today, I got to tell you, today was a strange day. You know,
Every day's a strange day in
Every
his
day's-
world.
Yeah, so anyway, I found this hat full of money. You know, and then I was chased by this angry guy with a guitar. I don't understand what happened.
Yeah.
Cricket.
Gee, yeah. Seriously. Work on that, would you?
Hey, well, you know,
What's
you
up?
throw stuff out, see if it works.
What's with you, man? Good God. You need to go dunk it back under the water. Get your brain cells, you know, cleansed. Just saying. Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of Watsu, you know, so my wife and I were out. We went to a restaurant several years ago, and she goes, "Hey, look at that drunk guy," you know. I said, "Well, who is he?" And he goes, "Well, 10 years ago, he proposed to me, and I rejected him." I said, "Oh my God, he's still celebrating."
Yeah, he's still pounding it down going. I bet you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky me. Not so much him, I tell you.
That's right.
He still doesn't know why he's celebrating. Well, maybe he missed a bullet. Maybe he's
Maybe.
celebrating because of that. And he's, you know, drinking his sorrows for you.
Right.
Yeah, that beep, that's possible there, folks, I
There you
tell
go.
you. So anyways,
Speaking of Watsu, so
Speaking
anyway,
of-
you know, this is just for edification and enlightenment. You know, when people die, you know, when one of us, you know, when we pass away, you know, people will be crying and they'll beg us to come back, you know. But then when they do, they start running away. I don't get that, you know. I don't get that. Screaming.
you know, I swear, you know, and I shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway because I like to swear, you know.
Yeah, that's good. You should. Yeah. This is important. This is very important. You know, a long time ago, a friend of mine said, "You know what? You should never laugh at your wife's choices." And I said, "Well, yeah. Well, why is that?" Because you are one of them.
Yeah. Look in the mirror, Bob. Ooh, yes. Choices. You know, we all make choices, and you know, you just gotta make the best ones you can. Sometimes in the moment,
Sometimes in
And,
the moment.
you know, and hope for the best. You know, and then just, you know,
Speaking of Watsu, I'm glad you brought that up. Speaking of Watsu,
I have brought that up. On
did you
multiple
did
occasions.
you know that if you rub a bit of olive oil and Epsom salts
Sounds good.
on the painful parts of your body,
I've done that.
it will immediately feel greasier and saltier?
That's what my dog said.
this. You talk to your dog. That's fantastic, and they're answering back. That's,
yeah, you know. I
that's
mean,
great.
You know, if you've seen some of my videos on Instagram, you know, my whole thigh, you know, was just, well, let's just say I had an adventure. I jumped off the side of a cliff, which I recommend you
Yeah.
do if you don't have friends with you and you're like, fuck it, let me just go have an adventure.
There you go.
And anyway, it was like 50 grade sandpaper. And, you know, my kilt kind of slightly lifted, and my leg got to greet the mountain, and it got
Ouch.
greeted and grated. And it was just a lovely mark for about you know, I still have it. It's pretty much gone, you know, but I still put, you know, olive oil on there and things
Salt,
like that.
huh?
And because, well, not so much the
No,
salt.
you should throw salt on there.
But,
That'd be
you know,
good for you.
nonetheless, dogs like to lick it.
So you talk to dogs as they're licking? Is
No,
that what?
well, friends of mine have the dog, and
Oh,
they
that's
like to
great.
lick it.
Okay.
You know, I mean, at least I'm getting some kind of love and attention. You know.
Gotcha.
Doggone it.
Gotcha.
I'm like, will you pull your dog back, please?
That's right.
In 5 minutes. No rush.
There you
I
go.
love your animals. Dog's best friend. You know. I'm just saying, man's best friend.
Just saying.
There you go. There
That's
you
right.
go. Just saying. You know, I found out that. Well, I don't know if I should say it for this episode, but anyway, I was talking to this gal. She's really cool, and I was telling her, you know, that one time me and the ex, we were having several exes back.
There's a list, huh?
Five exes back. You know, I think about that. You know, our dog decided to partake in our moment of intimacy, and you know, I'm so happy that I'm not the only person that's happened to, because she's shared that same moment with me. She goes, "Oh yeah, my dog's tried doing that." I was like, "Oh, thank God, I'm not the only one. My dog's tried to hump while having intimate moments." I was like, "Back it up, Chuck." That boy's eyes were rolled back, ears back. He was so amped. His heart was racing. We had to lay that poor boy down and go, "It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna pass you by in a minute."
There you go.
In the meantime, that boy was hung. We measured 14 inches. Who knew a Jack Russell could have 14 inches? We were blown away. I go, "Babe, who do you want back, me or him?"
Jeez. Is that why you're sitting here?
You know, I got went to the dogs after that. I
Yeah,
tell you,
pretty much.
it's a doggy dog world. I couldn't measure up.
Goodness gracious.
Anyway, I think we're done with this segment. Damn it.
One more thing. Speaking of
Watsu,
right. So
Gesundheit.
if you've ever sat on the toilet at work and wondered how long you can sit there before someone searches for you, okay? The answer is 47 minutes.
Oh yeah. Well then,
That's right.
I guess there's no Amber Alert for that.
No, there sure isn't.
They're not even waiting 24 hours. Where's that report?
That's right.
It's being flushed down the drain, Bob. Is that what happened to you?
That's what happened to me. That's why I know it's 47 minutes.
Oh, well then, that's power is knowledge, and you just got some.
So I'm going to leave you with this little tidbit, okay? This little story.
Not a tit of a bit.
A
or
little,
bit
a
of
little,
tit.
a little tidbit, a little story. So one evening, this old farmer, right? He decides to go down to his pond. He hadn't been there in a while, and he wanted to go down the pond. He wanted to grab some fruit, so he grabbed a bucket, and then because he had several fruit trees on his property that were surrounding the pond, and he owned the pond and he owned the property, right? So as he's heading down, he heard all these voices shouting and laughing. So as he was getting closer, he saw a bunch of women skinny dipping in his pond. So one of the women shouted, they said, "We're not coming out until you leave." And the old man says, "You know, I didn't come down here to watch you girls, you know, swim naked or come out." He holds a bucket and he says, "I came here to feed the alligators."
Ooh, I bet they got out real fast.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you again for a lovely episode, and we'll be available again, seeing that I've extended my stay. We'll have another opportunity to do some more lighthearted looks at whatever it is and shenanigans.
There you go. All right.
So, have a great Watsu to you too. And if you're ever interested in all the other variable explanations of the Watsus, stay tuned. It ain't gonna be pretty.
There you go.
Not the explanation anyway. So use your mind.
There you go.
It's a powerful thing. Don't let it go to waste.
You got it.
Nuggets, nuggets, nuggets. All right, brother.
All right, man.
Folks, peace, love. Until the next episode, stay hardy and practice your freedoms.
There you go.
Peace.